Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a book review video. It's kind of Halloween-esque inspired and fall inspired. So I'm going to get right into it. I have a trilogy that I read for this month. So let's start with that one too. So I love Wanda E. Bronstetter's books. Her books, I feel like, are the best Amish books to read, and she wrote a series. Now I thought this was gonna be it's a trilogy. It's called the Amish Greenhouse Mysteries, and I thought it was gonna be each book was gonna be about a different mystery, but here it wasn't. The mystery stretched through the whole entire book series. So the first book is called The Crow's Call. They all have bird names. This is what it looks like. And it takes place during, what was her name? See, I keep forgetting. Amy's mom's birthday. And a horrible accident happened where her Amy's dad, her brother, and her brother-in-law all died in a tragic accident. And ever since then, in this book, these weird things keep happening to them. And it just stretches out through the whole book. Amy has to decide in this book if she wants to stay with her boyfriend, I guess you would call him, or if she'd rather get rid of him, or not get rid of him, but like stop seeing him so she can focus all of her work on the greenhouse and stuff like that. And then the second book kind of picks up where that book left off, where it's been a year since the accident, and this one is all about her Amy's sister Sylvia, and this is called the Mockingbird Song. It's by Wanda Bronstetter's same series, and basically it takes place, like I said, right after where this first book left off, where it's been almost a year since the accident. This vandalism stuff keeps happening. Belinda, that's the matriarch of this family, she is having a hard time with her son. Her son's rebelling because he's upset that he has to work in the greenhouse a lot. He can't have fun with his friends, that type of thing. And then Sylvia ends up finding love in the book. Her husband was one of the men that died in that accident, and she's trying to. Her mom doesn't really like this guy that she's with because he just moved to the area. She loves him and stuff, and with him, she has kids from her previous marriage, and his mom is trying to say, hey, do you really want to start your life out with an already made family kind of thing? Jared and Amy, that's Amy's boyfriend from the first book, they get married in this book. It was just a cute book. I really liked it. So this next book centers around Belinda, which is, like I said, the head matriarch of this family. And the third book is called The Robin's Greeting. This is what it looks like. This is the last book in the set. And basically, Belinda, throughout this book, she ends up being romanced by two different guys. One guy is a shy type guy, and the other guy is a guy that she used to date when she was trying to decide who she wanted to marry, when she first, well, who she wanted to marry her first marriage. And obviously she didn't pick that other guy that she was courting with too, so he's back in all these books, and he's trying to help out. Henry, her son, thinks he's the one that's doing all these things, and Monroe, that's the guy. It's Monroe and Herschel. Herschel's the shy guy, and Monroe's like this guy that is trying to intimidate Herschel, saying all these things like, oh, I have all this money and blah blah blah, I can take care of you, I'm outgoing, all this stuff. So she has to decide who she's gonna marry, or if she wants to be with either one of them in this book. And Sylvia gets married in this book too. Now, the person who did all these horrible things to their house, to their greenhouse, to their property. It's a shock who really did it. Like, this book, it's like, there's 3 likely suspects, and then the shock of it all comes out. Like, I think it's like the last 2 chapters of this book, I think. 2 or 3 chapters, they tell you who did it and why. So, yeah. So, that was like my, I don't know what you would call it. That's like my fall-ass type book review video. I thought it was going to be like, I was going to do mystery books, so I thought, oh, there's going to be a mystery in each one of these books. And no, it's a mystery that stretches the whole entire book. So this is a series 2, and I only have the first 2 books in the series. I read the second book first, because I didn't know what order they went in. But when I read the second book, it told you a little bit about what happened in the first book. And these 2 books are separated by characters, so it's not like it's the same. It's like a group of these demons, and each book's about one of them. And this is called, I think, the Nightwalkers. The first book is called Jacob. It's by Jacquelyn Frank, and this is what it looks like. And basically, it talks about Nightwalkers, which are like all different types of these creatures. There's demons, which they are. There's werewolves. There's necromancers, I think that's how you say their names. There's druids, stuff like that. So in this book, this book was really boring because there was a lot of smut in this book. I think ever since Jacob met this girl that he eventually falls in love with, every chapter is like every other chapter, every time that they're together, there's a lot of smut in every other chapter, basically. And what happens is Jacob finds this woman who somehow, they don't know yet, that I don't know what the word is. I can't really think straight right now. Like, I'm tired. If you can't see the bags under my eyes. But, somehow she's connected to this world, and they have to figure out why. And they find out she's a half druid, I think. And something happens in the book where she gets summoned and with one of her new demon friends, and she ends up getting rescued by Jacob, that type of thing. So this book was smaller, but there was less smut in it than the first book. So this is the second book. It's Gideon. It's by Jacquelyn Frank, same author. This is what it looks like. Same series, The Nightwalkers. And this one is about Gideon. And Gideon is kind of like, they separate themselves based on how old they are. And there's like, I forget what they call them, but there's like ancient, the new ones, I forget what they call it, like new bloods or something, I don't remember. But basically they separate themselves based on their ages. And I think Gideon is like an ancient, I think, or he's an elder, one of them. And he ends up falling for the king's sister, who was in the first book, who was Isabella's friend, which was Jacob's girlfriend, that type of thing. And her name is Magdalena, and they call her Langa, I guess that's how you say it. She's a demon too, and she ends up falling in love with Gideon. And this book, I feel like the second book was way better than the first book. I think it was just because there was a lot less smut in the second book compared to the first one. And it's basically the same type of thing. Like, these things keep happening to their group, and Magdalena goes on the hunt for these necromancers, or whoever's doing this, basically. Because they think it's necromancers, but they don't. I don't know. And they end up going on this journey to find out who did it and why, to Isabella and stuff. Sorry, guys. So this next book is just a regular mystery book. It's a witchcraft mystery. It's Hexes and Hemlines. It's by Juliet Blackwell. This is what it looks like. It's about this woman named Lily, who's a witch, and she's in this place where they know about witches or something like that. Like, she's more of like a Wiccan than she is a witch, that type of thing. Um, this guy dies, and there's all these superstitious things around him when he died. Like, there was 13, there was a black cat, there was 13 people at this dinner that he died at. They're on the 13th floor of this building, that type of thing, and stuff like that. And I think it was the guy who died, he was basically trying to say to this group that he made up that all these things aren't like bad luck things, I guess, that type of thing. And she ends up going on this mystery hunt to find out who did it and why. And it was a really cool book. It was a really like funny book too, because she has this familiar, I think they call them, who's like a goblin who can turn himself into a pig, so that way when non-magical people are around, he is a pig and not a goblin, that type of thing. And it was a nice book. I really liked it. I wonder. I hope I can find some more of these books, because this book series I think is really funny. I don't know what number this is in the book series, so So this last book, if you guys know me, you guys know that I love Harry Potter, and this book is actually, it's not like J.K. Rowling didn't make it. It's basically it's from Five Below, and it's the unofficial Harry Potter Spellbook, and there's no author of this book, which is weird, but this is what it looks like. And basically, it's a book that goes through all the spells in the Harry Potter universe. So it tells you all these different, they split it up into 4 different chapters. It's spells, hexes, curses, and jinxes. What else? It's spells, charms, curses, hexes, and jinxes, and then the last chapter is enchanted objects. And the chapters are really small in this book. Like, I didn't finish this book yet, but I'm on like chapter 3, and this chapter only has like 36 pages to it. And basically it goes through in alphabetical order in each chapter, the different spells and jinxes, hexes, that type of thing. And it tells you like wand movements for certain ones. It tells you where in the books or the movies or the games that it was in. Like, it tells you this was in the film, this was in the books, this was in the Harry Potter mystery game that you can get on your phone that I have on my phone, the Lego video games, the regular video games. There's a trading card game that you would see some spells in. It even has spells in there from the Fantastic Beasts movies, which is like, you would think, like, because it was from Five Below, you would think they would be pretty, like, not current. Like, you wouldn't have the Beast movie stuff in this one, but it does. So that was, so I really enjoyed this book, basically. And it's really nice. I feel like it's really cool to see, like, how many spells that are in Harry Potter and stuff like that, and what they're used for. So, sorry guys, I'm really tired. So, I'll see you guys next time with another video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and happy Halloween, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.